The topic is NPA norm. NPA means non-performing assets norms. First, what is non-performing asset? A non-performing assets refers to a classification for loans on the books of financial institutions that are in default or are in the arrears on scheduled payments of principal or interest. Basically, it is a type of loans which we have to take from the financial institutions. In most cases, debt is classified as non-performing asset when loan payments have not been made for a period of 90 days. Because when we take a loan, every loan have a different time where you have to repay the loan in the bank and the financial institution where you have to borrow it. If you are unable to pay the loan, it means it is non-performing asset. It means that organization will come under loss. The non-performing asset is therefore not yielding any income to the lender in the form of principal and interest payment. So sometimes if we give a loan to another one, but we do not receive any interest on the what amount we paid to the clients. While 90 days of non-payment is the standard period of time for debt to be categorized as non-performing. So 90 days period is a standard time period to pay the loan. The amount of elapsed time may be shorter or longer depending on terms and conditions set forth in each loan, because every loan has terms and conditions are totally different and time periods are different. If your loan is huge amount, then you may get a more time period, but you need to repay the loan which time period given by the organization. The following table gives a broad outline of how different loans and advances will be treated as NPAs. First, simple term loan is 180 days. Overdraft and cash credit out of order is 180 days. Bill purchase and discounted overdue for 180 days. Agriculture loans overdue harvest season but for a period not exceeding 2.5 years. The maximum time period is 2.5 years. You need to repay the loan. All of the loans, any amount overdue 180 days means before 180 days we have to repay the loan between 1 day to like 180 days. This is the broad outline of we have to repay the loan in different time period to the organization. Now we discuss why assets become NPA. Why assets will converted or will be becoming a non-performing assets. Several factors are responsible for every increasing size of NPAs in PSBS. The Indian banking industry has one of the highest NPAs compared to the international levels. Basically, in India, the NPA is very highest as compared to the international level. There are some reason why assets become NPAs can be enumerated as under. First is lack of proper monitoring and follow-up measures. Means the supervisor do not monitor proper the organization. They do not take right steps, right measures on the right time. Second is lack of sincere corporate culture, inadequate legal provisions on foreclosure and bankruptcy. Means they do not follow, they do not work with sincerity, they do not follow the proper culture, and they do not follow the rules and regulations regarding the particular task. So that's why they will come in the converted into non-performing assets. Change in economic policy environment means the authority do not change the economic policies and environment in the organization. Non-transparent accounting policy and poor auditing practices means audit means when there is another team who analyze the organization properly, monitor. They have to check the data of the several years, and they will find mistakes and guide the employees. So it is so maybe this practice is not done by the main bodies of the organization. Lack of coordination between banks and FIS. Bank and financial institutions do not have proper coordination, so that's why they come under the laws. Directed lending to certain sectors means they have direct provided money to the numerous sectors, numerous departments. Failure on part of the promoters to bring in the portion of equity from their own sources, a public issue due to market turning unfavorable. Sometimes your market, for example, there are so many people who invest money in the equity shares. Maybe those people who invest in share money in the company and the company do not generate a profit due to the market value. So that's why they will come under the loss. So these are the reasons behind this. So then due to this, the assets become non-performing assets. Underlying the reason for NPA India, an internal study conducted by RBI means RBI, they do the analysis of the authorities and in order of prominence, the following factors contribute to the NPAs. So when the RBI do the analysis of the internal assessment of the organization, then they will contribute in they want to do changes in the organization. First, there are two factors: internal factor and external factor. In the internal factor, diversion of funds for expansion or diversification means modernization. Means they want to provide funds at a large level to the organization. And modernization means they want the organization to take a new project and they help from the higher authority. They promote the associate concern, time, cost, overrun during the project implementation means the higher authority ready to help you in the new project. If you want to work on a new project, the higher authority will ready to cooperate with you. They ready to spend time with you. They may provide the expert and they ready to help you in each and every task in the new project. Second is business failure, inefficiency in management, slackness in credit management, and monitoring inappropriate technology and technical problems. Why business failure? Because your credit management do not work, their slackness is do not work properly. Your whole system do not monitor by the supervisor person. Maybe there is technical problem in your technology. Due to these reasons, your business will be failure due to inefficient way completed tasks in the organization. Lack of coordination among lenders, especially in consortium lending, means those people who are lending, there's lack of coordination between the lenders. So that's why your business comes well under loss. Now there are some external factors: liberalization of economy and removal of restriction, reduction of tariffs. There are large number of NPA borrowers who are unable to compete in a competitive market in which lower prices and greater choices are available to consumers. Here there are so many people who comes under NPA who borrow money, but they are unable to compete in the market. So due to this, which lower prices and greater because for a lower investment, they have a well number of opportunities and they have number of they have greater choice of available consumers, because consumers, those people who want to come to market, because they analyze and they buy things from the according to the taste they buy things. Further, borrowers operating in specific industries have suffered due to political, fiscal, social compounding pressures from the liberalization. Means they are those people who borrow money. Who borrow money, then they run the industries. So they have so many pressure in the mind, like political, fiscal, social, and it sometimes due to pressures they are unable to concentrate on their work, and they will they will become under loss, and they do not concentration on your work, and they do not uh, run the business properly. Directing lending. Loans to some segment were dictated by government policies and the commercial imperatives. Mean there are some sectors for the government provide loans to the some sectors according to the rules and regulations of the authority. Recession input and power storage. They also provide recession input and they also provide the power storage to the needy people. Price escalation, exchange rate fluctuation extent, and natural calamities. sometimes they are unpredictable incidents are happened in the business. It means due to the incidents, the prices of the product will be increased at an alarming rate. Changes in government policies, excise, import duties, and pollution control order. Means the government, we can see the so many changes in the rules and regulations, the excise, in the import duties, and on the they want to control the pollution from the roads. So they want to do these kind of changes in the nation. Thank you. Thank you.